Sometimes Zion is just way too crowded. It's too crowded on the hikes. You can't go at your own pace. There's just too many people. But there are some great alternatives close by. One fantastic alternative is Snow Canyon State Park. About 27,000 years ago, volcanic eruptions from nearby vents sent lava flowing right through this canyon. The lava spread across the canyon floor, cooled, and created this dramatic black landscape against red and white sandstone. There are some fantastic trails there. You have the Lava Flow Trail. You also have a Petrified Sand Dune Trail, the Scout Cave Trail. There's a very cool slot canyon called Jenny's Canyon, and then there's several more trails across the park. Snow Canyon State Park is located about an hour and 12 minutes west of Zion National Park in southwest Utah. The Lava Flow Trail is about 2.5 miles round trip. It's not super steep, but the terrain is uneven with some sharp lava rocks, so good shoes are a must. All the black lava rocks along the trail and that you have to walk on and walk between are really pretty. It's a very, very dynamic looking landscape. One of the coolest things about this trail is the lava tubes. So as the lava was flowing through this area, as it cooled, it would leave behind these lava tubes. So basically, they're like volcanic tunnels all underneath this canyon, and there's at least 3 of them that you can go in and explore. The third one that we got to along the trail was the largest. It had very tall ceilings. There was a pit you had to climb down into first just to get down to the lava tube, and it was really cool. It just different tunnels coming off of this main entrance right here. You definitely want to add a flashlight to your pack and maybe even some gloves, because some of these lava rocks are pretty sharp. After the third lava tube, if you keep going down this trail, you get to the petrified sand dunes, and they're neat to climb on. They look like dried up mud to me, but it was a really neat landscape. The next trail we did was the Hidden Pinion Trail. It only had about 500 feet of elevation. Had to do just a little bit of rock scramble, not much at all, but it was really pretty rocks and a lot of different cacti. It starts off, you can see here, it's paved, and then it quickly goes to some thick sand, but most of it was on rock. There was a little place where for a quarter you could buy a guide, and whenever you got to these numbers, it would show you, what you were looking at. But we didn't bring any money, so we saw all the numbers, and where we saw a number, things were pretty neat to look at. But of course, since we didn't spend a quarter on a guide, we didn't know what we were actually looking at. The trail itself is about 2 miles long. It makes a loop. Genius Canyon is a very short hike to a slot canyon. The hike is only about a half a mile to the slot canyon and back. It's very flat, easy trail. Because of this, it's probably one of the most popular hikes, so you do have the most people on this trail. It is a very narrow slot canyon with high walls. It is a box canyon, so it does come to an abrupt end. It's probably only about 60 yards long from where the rocks actually start in the slot canyon to the end. The next hike we did was the Cinder Cone Trail. Parking lot for the trail is in the bottom right of the screen. And then the trail goes through some really nice looking lava rocks, and it winds around the volcano and until it gets to the top. At the top, it is a little steep with some loose lava rocks. And then when you do get to the top, there's a trail that goes all the way around the top of the old volcano. It was a really neat hike.
Well, we were just taking pictures, and we walked a little further, then we walked a little further, then we walked a little further. So now, we just decided we're gonna go up to the top so we can look in the cone. So totally unprepared, didn't bring you water. Nicole's wearing Birkenstocks, no sunscreen, so hope it's worth it. So that's Snow Canyon down there. Yeah, that's a crow. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the parking lot, that's our truck right down there. So that's where we walked up. We took a few pictures, walked a little further, took a few pictures, walked a little further. Next thing you know, we're all the way on top. And Nicole, perfect champ, did it in Birkenstocks. So we may slide all the way down, but we'll see.
The last hike we did was Scout's Cave. It was about 4.5 miles round trip to the cave and back. We started off at a higher level and had to go down to the level of the river and then back up to the cave. So I felt it was the most difficult hike that we had done in the Snow Canyon State Park.
This part of Scout's Trail is in a wash. pretty smooth. Not too bad. All these beautiful cliffs, and then really nice houses over here on the other side. Oh Lord, that's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt. After all those lunges yesterday. Oh man, oh, you dying. It's a great way to spend your 57th birthday. Climbing steps. That's what everybody should do when they're 57. At 4,000 feet elevation, when you're used to 300 foot elevation in Texarkana. Oh Lord. They keep going, baby. That was a false summit back there. Oh. I'd say back. That's terrible. So terrible. Oh my gosh. Oh man. That's so bad. So bad. Nicole laughing at me. Because she's not 57. But she can't navigate.
No.
I hope that's the cave we're going to, because it looks close-ish. One part where the trail splits, you can go left and go around those rocks in front of us, or you can go slightly straight and climb over those rocks. It's only about, I don't know, 8 or 10 steps up those rocks, but after all them last steps, Nicole and I chose to walk around that way.
When we finally did make it to the cave, it was a very cool looking open-faced cavern with high ceilings, rocks all around. You could see the city in the distance when you are inside looking out of the front of the cave. The ceiling was tall, and it was a really neat experience. It was nice to sit in the shade after the hike, to rest up a little bit before the hike back. But just the view out of the front of this cave, the way that it kind of made a picture frame of the town below was really neat, and it was a really popular place for people to stand and take pictures. As I said in the beginning of the video, if Zion's just too crowded, when you get a chance to go, try this out. Beautiful place. Of course, it's not as epic as Zion, but it is beautiful, and you will thoroughly enjoy it.